It was the first week of archery season, and I was looking to fill a doe tag. On the way to my stand, I'd laid a scent trail of code blue deer urine with the scent drag to the intersection of several old logging roads. I was hoping that one of the numerous does on the property would pick up the scent and present a broadside shot. Do scent drags work? Here's what happened. Yes. Finally, after a long sit, a big mature doe came in, made a nice shot on her. She turned broadside when she got a whiff of the code blue. I think we're going to have some venison for the freezer.
We'll come down with the four-wheeler.
Alright, don't be too long because it's going to get dark here soon. But I am going to get down and get on this blood trail before it gets too dark.
We'll be down in 5 minutes.
10-4. This portion of USA Outback is brought to you by Matthews Solo Cam.
Well, there's my deer, a big, mature Pennsylvania doe. She'll provide a lot of venison for this fall and winter, and that's exactly what I was looking to do, is fill my antlerless tag. It's important to take out a lot of the antlerless deer because that is part of the quality deer management scheme here in Pennsylvania. You have to take out some of the antlerless deer to get that buck-doe ratio better. That's going to provide the buck hunters with the big racks that they're all looking for.
Now it's time for the Lancaster Archery Supply Tech Tip with Rob Kaufhold.
You've been shooting field points great all summer long. Now you shoot a broadhead and it misses the target. What do you do now? Accuracy with broadheads has always been a challenge. Now we've got new gear and techniques to help your broadheads fly like a dream, not a nightmare. First, check your bow for good basic bow tuning with a paper test. Check your cam timing, tiller, knocking point, arrow rest, center shot, and clearance. Fletching stabilizes your arrow by spinning it. Be sure your arrow is matched to the spine weight of your bow. New archery products Quick Spin Vane features a kicker which spins the arrow and provides the best broadhead flight I've ever seen. After checking your bow and arrow setup, spin test your broadheads to check for proper alignment. You can roll your arrow on a glass counter, arrow straightener, or spin tester to check your point for broadhead wobble. To correct wobble, loosen your broadhead, then retighten it and check for alignment again. Many bow hunters line up a 3-blade head with the fletching on the arrow. I've found it helpful to line up a 2-blade head vertically for a release shooter and horizontally for a finger shooter. For broadheads that hit to the left, move your arrow rest to the right, check for bow hand torque and arrow clearance. For broadheads that hit to the right, move your arrow rest to the left and check your arrow spine. These steps will optimize your broadhead flight, but occasionally you get a setup that just won't group. If this happens, you must change your gear to something more accurate. New broadheads like the Crimson Talon, New Archery Products Crossfire, and Montec G5 feature an airfoil or kicker to spin the arrow from the front and avoid wind planing. Most mechanical or expandable broadheads fly like field points due to a lack of exposed blade surfaces and are extremely effective for big game animals if you're shooting more than 50 pounds of draw weight. Be sure to shoot your broadheads well before hunting season. I'm Rob Kaufhold, and that's your Lancaster Archery Tech Tip of the Week.
Here we go. There's Chef Hooey, night before opening day of deer season.
That's right. Having fun here. Hopefully everybody's not going to puke their brains out tomorrow morning from my food. No, it's all fresh. It's good.
There's Seanster checking out the cabinet. What do you think, Seanster? You ready to pop a big buck tomorrow, buddy?
I wasn't supposed to. He hasn't learned everything I know, but I'm trying to teach him everything.
Hey, what's Bobby Walker? When the student doesn't surpass the teacher.
If the student does not surpass the teacher, then the teacher has failed.
Then the what?
Then the teacher has failed.
Okay.
There's one of the best teachers when
Well,
it comes to the outdoors.
Did you see the?
did you ever see the movie Minnesota Fats?
Paul the Man Butski.
Or Paul Newman says, I taught you, and the guy finally played him in pool, and he says, you know, I taught you everything I know. And then he says, yeah, I taught you everything you know, but I didn't teach you everything I know.
I'm on him, buddy. He's coming across. Stepping down the road. I'm on him. I'm on him. Is it a good shot? Is it a shooter? Is it a shooter? He's a little buck. Can't tell what it is. He's a little buck. He's got 3 points on the side. You can kill him. Can you see what it is? Paul, what we could do is we could walk up the road and then drop down over. Let's go. I want to try to get back up in these pines. See if we gonna get. Let's try and cut them off. Yeah, we'll get back up, just like you said. Go back up over here and get set up in those pines. Quite a bit of shooting going on, but not here yet, though. We let a couple little ones go. We're waiting for the big boy. We're gonna wait for at least a decent 6-point. That's the regulation here now, which is a good rule, good regulation. You really gotta look at what you're shooting at. I like it. I like the idea with the use being able to shoot any hold legal buck. That's a good rule. You start growing some good deer, some good horns. And I think it's a good safety feature, you know, really to be able to have to look and identify the deer that you're shooting at before you pull the trigger. Make sure he's a legal 6-point. I like it. We let 2 go already because we weren't real sure. That's why it's essential to have good optics. You want to really identify and get a good look at the buck that you're getting ready to shoot. So carry a good set of binoculars with you. That helps a lot. It's a buck. That's a little buck. So that's 3 bucks this morning. Maybe that other one's coming behind it yet. Starting to snow a little bit. That'll get them moving. Well, that'll get the guys moving for sure. A little colder than we expected for the opening morning. This is in the 40s. It'll be about 28 or 30 degrees right now. That's a good eye though, Denny. You spotted that one down way down below us. Come through. It's the 3rd buck we've seen now. We just need a shooter. One more and we'll beat last year. Opening day. Letting 4 walk. Really? We'll do that. Oh, right there, right there. Spike. Man. There's 4. There's 4. Is that your battery? That's my watch. Oh, that was a nice shot there. Bubba. Buck. Way down, coming across. He's standing down there. He's coming across. Left to right. He's over here now. He's over there. I'm still. He's standing down there. I'm still on him. You can't tell what it is. What is it? Another buck. Is it a small one? I'm looking at him. You can't tell what it is though. I don't think he's a shooter. No. Another little buck. Paul, that's 5 bucks we've seen this morning. That was a little 4-point. Oh, man. Come on. That's a big boy. Buddy, what do you think about my spot? It's a hot spot. A lot of action. I just need that big one to come through. That last one was perfect. Boy, come right up about 50 yards down below us. Nice. Is it a doe? Here, let me shoot her. Clean shot. It's hard to turn that down when they're standing there like that. You got your doe tag, you had to fill it. So now that it's filled, I gotta wait for my big buck to come. Hope the guys get up and start moving because I'm about ready to. I'm freezing. Probably was coming. It probably was about 100 yards behind her. Oh well. He'll be here. And that's part of the new deer management here in Pennsylvania, is they've combined the doe season with the buck season, and we already watched 5 bucks walk past this morning. It was a nice healthy doe. I think I just filled my tag. Let's go find our deer, but first a word from these sponsors. Now it's time for Nightingale's Call of the Week with David Hale.
Another deer vocalization when a buck is tending a doe is a clicking sound. You're doing that by saying tuk, tuk, tuk. and then you just speed it up at the end. And usually when he makes that grunting sound, he moved to her. The doe and the buck play a cat and mouse game until she's ready to stand. These are different kind of sounds that you can mimic. And again, if you can mimic whatever he's doing in his bedroom, other deer hear it, they want to be a part of it, they'll come investigate it. Also, this particular call is a magnum grunter. You can make the volume of a deer that's grunting. You can reach out there and sort of touch it by going. What you're trying to do is get his attention. If you can ever get his attention, his body posture will tell you just how much to do.
Sure enough, right after I shot my doe, along came another buck. Do scent drags work? This was buck number 6 we had seen since we put out our scent right at daylight.
That's 6 bucks. It's our 6th buck this morning already. Geez, not enough horn for us yet though. But I tell you, we're having a lot of action. This is fun. This is fun hunting. And you're seeing that many deer, especially that many bucks. It just makes for an exciting hunt.
Now it's time for Making Sense Out of Scents with Don Bell, brought to you by Code Blue. Don, hunters have been using scents and lures for hundreds of years, and a lot of guys, they get in the routine of just using scent at their stand.
Yeah, and it's very popular to do. And Denny, one of the things you want to do to take an additional advantage to that is to trail scent from your truck, from your vehicle to your stand. Around the stand's good, but what you want to do is you never want to put urine on you. Common mistake by a lot of hunters. You see it all the time in seminars. If you put it on your boot, boot's on your foot, foot's in a tree. I'm a buck, I'm trailing in. The closer I get, the higher in the wind I'm smelling it, and behind my nose is my eyes. You made that old buck look at you. He's hard enough to kill as it is. But what I use is a scent drag. Putting it on your boots with a pad is okay, but it's a step here and there. A scent drag, you put it down and you lay a continuous scent. That way the deer can follow it from the truck to your stand. Now what I do is from the truck, I use 2 drags. One is I put fox or coon on. From the truck, I trail it in, Denny, say 100 yards up this ridge from the truck. When you get there, you take it off and I just leave it in the trail. And the reason for that is then I put the second one on and I put, say, buck urine and I trail in. If a buck then he comes off this ridge and he hits this trail, he's got a 50-50 chance which way to go. Let's say he goes to the truck. He's going to run out of the buck or the estrus and he's going to hit that coon or fox urine. He's like a dog. He's going to turn around and go back to me. So it helps eliminate that process of going the wrong direction. So it works excellent.
And another great thing to use a scent drag for is a yardage marker, especially for the bow hunters out there.
And especially these. They're fluorescent orange. They're excellent for that. You do not want to drag something white through the woods. Absolutely not. A second advantage you can do with a scent drag is use a double drag. Now this is brand new to Code Blue this year, and what you've got is you've got 2 drags. And Denny, what you want to do, especially during the peak of the rut when you got buck chasing does, what you do is you put estrus on the top one and you put buck urine on the second one. So what you've got, and when you trail it in,
Buck trailing a doe.
You got a buck trailing a doe. And folks, that way when you grunt, you're telling them exactly what he's smelling, what you're telling him he's hearing.
You're exactly right, Don. That's just one of the great ways that you can use scent the next time you go deer hunting.
Code Blue introduces standing estrus. Each bottle is certified buck tested. This means a buck has already come to it, or was attempting to breed the doe from which we collected the urine. She stands. He attempts to breed. We bottle it. Standing estrus is the premium and most powerful peak estrus urine ever collected. The chase ends when the doe stands. Never before available. Supply is limited. Advance order your bottle today to ensure availability on September 1st, 2004.
He knows big bucks don't get fooled by accident. He knows that Code Blue is the only one deer to one bottle deer scent. Each bottle is numbered and contains the urine from one deer through our patented scientific process, giving that buck the actual scent of a single individual deer. Know the rush of a successful hunt. Know what he knows. Code Blue, from one deer to one bottle.
There's no better teacher than an actual hunting experience, being able to learn from your mistakes and applying them on your next hunt. Everybody needs an edge. That's what makes a great hunter. Mine has been the Walker's Game Ear, being able to hear better than I've ever heard before. So let the Walker's Game Ear give you the edge you need.
Walker's Game Ear, maker of the finest hearing protection for hunters. Hear like you've never heard before and protect from the harmful effects of muzzle blast.
Cabela's, the world's foremost outfitter for hunting, fishing, and outdoor gear. Call us toll-free or shop online.
Secrets of the Pros is brought to you by Walker's Game Ear.
Good morning, huh? Oh, man, we did nothing but action.
Isn't that great?
Isn't that great? I mean, we've seen deer from on our way down that we never made it to where we wanted to get to.
Yeah.
We ended up setting up on this hillside. Deer,
But actually, it's a great spot. Look, you can see the...
deer never even looked up at us. I mean, all the deer are below us. None of them ever looked at us.
If you remember, we were talking the other day when we were bow hunting. There's a real heavy trail. This is like one of our main trails, and they just transition from back and forth, back and forth. How many bucks? 7 bucks.
7 bucks. The seventh one
was a shooter.
Was a shooter.
Denny shot it though,
Yeah.
so that's good. Denny's filled his tag. Denny's
Right down in here, we didn't.
Well,
we waited here a little bit, give it a little time, so we're gonna go down and look now.
Yeah, let's go get that because we got to run down. I want to pick up Tim and Sean and bring them up, and we'll regroup for this afternoon. Go maybe get some lunch or something like that. And,
It doesn't matter whether you're hunting or fishing, your actions represent millions of other sportsmen out there with what you do, so always be an ethical sportsman. We'll see you next week right here on USA Outback.
For more information about USA Outback, visit our website. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the Outback.